What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 10 craziest YouTuber inventions. Now YouTube has become a place where people can show off some really cool stuff they make themselves, and I gotta say, some of these things are super impressive, so I thought we'd showcase them to you. With that said, let's see if we can smash 5,000 likes on this video, and also don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another upload. But with that said, let's get right into it. Number 10. As you probably already know, hoverboards only show up in science fiction, but this weird invention came straight out of a fantasy story and into real life. Fans of Colin Furze suggested he made something that could fly, and so the hoverbike was born. It's not exactly the easiest thing to drive, there's no steering or brakes or even a seat, but it does get the job done and manages to leave the ground. For someone with no formal engineering training, I'd say that's pretty impressive. Number 9. Professional diving equipment is one of the most expensive things on the market, and with summer coming up, the amount of people who want to go swimming is going to increase. With that said, Roll-Off Maker created an incredible underwater breathing device that is pretty cheap and easy to make, as well as being small enough to fit into a pocket. Unfortunately, it can't be used too deep underwater because of the dangers of air expanding in the lungs, but for casual swimming, it's perfect. Number 8. Cosplay has come a long way over the years, but this takes things to a whole other level. No Iron Man suit is complete without the famous rocket boosters, and the hacksmith somehow managed to recreate them. Admittedly, he didn't exactly fly though, but for a first test the results were pretty incredible. The rockets did power him into the air and allowed him to float, and best of all though, he seemed as happy as a little kid with a comic book. With new updates every week, it's obvious he'll have a full suit soon, but in the meantime, these are an amazing invention all by themselves. Number 7. The Allis next generation robots might look a little goofy in the way they walk, but they are capable of some incredible stuff like avoiding obstacles, locating objects, and roaming the wilderness. They can even navigate around, and it's all made possible with hydraulics, electricity, and sensors. Even if they're not C-3PO, they're well on their way, and some of them, like the dog robot Spot, are pretty cute too. Number 6. Speaking of cute robots, are none more adorable than WALL-E, and now there is one in real life. The YouTube channel Tested covered the man who built a life-size working replica of WALL-E, who funnily enough was also part of a club that built R2-D2, and interviewed him on his orange farm where the robot lived. Now WALL-E was much harder to build than R2-D2 because of the lack of references, but he turned out amazing in the end, and most importantly, he kept all of his adorable sounds and faces. Also, making him may have taken around 5 years, but it was definitely worth it in the end.
Hey there, it's Norm from Tested.com. I'm really excited to be here with Michael McMaster. We met you last year at Maker Faire. You're one of the members of the R2-D2 Builders Club.
Yep.
But also one of the few members of the WALL-E Builders Club. You've made your own life-size WALL-E. Oh. WALL-E lives on a farm. We're here at your orange farm in the middle of California to see your workshop and to hear about the story of how you built this one.
Number 5. Okay, one crazy Colin Furze creation just wasn't enough for this list, so here's another one. As if the Hoverbike wasn't crazy enough, he also made a jet bike, which looks like something straight out of Mad Max but works incredibly well. The twin jets on the back look absolutely insane, and it reaches some pretty crazy speeds. I mean, everything about this invention has a cool post-apocalyptic vibe. Best of all though, Colin seems really delighted by his invention and just can't stop laughing about it. Number 4. As it turns out, Iron Man's huge popularity makes him a main target for inventions and recreations, and they're all so impressive that we had to add another one to this list. James Bruton made an Iron Man Hulkbuster helmet and suit out of everything from wood to snowshoes, and the end result is absolutely unreal. Broken down into steps, he makes the whole tutorial seem easy, but by the end you can see just how much work it was. It looks so authentic too, so I guess the moral here is that you don't have to be a billionaire to be a superhero. Number 3. Apparently Iron Man isn't the only popular target for DIYers. The professional weapon makers in Maeda Arms did a pretty good job at making Wolverine claws even scarier than they were by reimagining them as a part of Batman's arsenal. It's no surprise that they ended up with a kick-ass product given that they already work in film and Broadway, but there's still no getting over the skill it took to come up with the final look. The gauntlet is terrifying and is capable of wreaking just as much havoc as the original, so I would say mission accomplished.
The complexity of this build, with all its articulating and moving parts, was a real test for the shop's skills. This build really set the bar high for the rest of this season.
Number 2. As if the Atlas robots weren't enough, the team over at Boston Dynamics never stop, and each robot they built just gets better and better. One of their most recent is called Handle, and is a huge wheeled robot with the best range of motion yet. Not only can it jump 4 feet in the air, but the 6.5 foot creation can travel 15 miles without needing to be recharged, and can travel at speeds of up to 9 miles an hour. Now it's not exactly the most attractive robot on this list, but it's definitely the most capable, even if its backwards facing legs are a little freaky. Number 1. We had to complete the trilogy, so we're ending on Colin Furze's Jet-Kart, which without a doubt is the craziest of them all. Although the fuel system needed a slight redesign after the first test, the final result not only looked cool, but could deliver hitting a crazy 60 miles an hour. For something that looks pretty basic, that's an incredible speed, and he says if they hadn't run out of airstrip, he probably could have pushed it to go faster. The cherry on top of the cake though is obviously the visible flames. I mean, I bet there's not a single person watching who wouldn't want to try this out. And there's our video on the top 10 craziest YouTuber inventions. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever we upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use our extremely handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.